Welcome to Flute Tech Video 1. This video will discuss the assembly, the disassembly, and the maintenance of the flute. Before we begin, we need to look at the case of the flute. How the flute fits into the case is extremely important when putting the flute back into the case, as to make sure you don't damage it. The three parts of the flute, the body, the head joint, and the foot joint, all fit in a special way in the case. It should fit in this such fashion. The body of the flute on the top with your whisper key facing downwards towards the bottom of the case. This way is not to bend the whisper key. Next is the head joint with the lip plate should be facing to the left. And then on your foot joint, the bottom key, these keys right here, should be facing downward and to the right. Depending on your case is where your cleaning cloth would fit in. Generally you put it in the top of the case or in a special compartment within the case of itself. The three parts of the flute, the head joint, the body, and the foot joint, all fit together in a specific manner as with every instrument. First, you're going to grasp the body of your flute. You're going to grasp it by the top, where we would generally call the barrel, which isn't known by everybody, but Dr. Large calls it the barrel, because that's where the barrel and the clarinet and such instruments would be. And it's the area on the flute that doesn't have any keys on it, so you can't bend it. You're going to firmly grasp the barrel, as well as the head joint. Then you're going to slide the head joint and the mouthpiece together. Generally, you want the lip plate and the embouchure hole to line up with the keys down the bottom of the instrument. Yeah. After this, you're going to grab the barrel and the foot joint, and you're going to put two together at the bottom. You're wanting to put it in straight, not tipping it down and putting it up, but putting it on at a straight angle. As such, not to bend the flute. Make sure these keys right here, they're going to line up with the bar down the side of the flute. As such. And that'd be your flute put together. Whenever you hold the flute, you want to grasp it at the barrel where no keys can be damaged or bent, and hold it as such. Laying across your lap is okay as long as you have firm hold on your flute, especially when you're a beginner. Whenever you're assembling your flute, you want to make sure your case is on a flat surface. Your lap can do fine as long as your lap is flat. Generally, you can put it in your chair and kneel on the floor, but never assemble your flute while it's on the floor. To disassemble your flute, first, you're going to grasp at the barrel and gently pull the foot joint off. And you're going to set these all back in the case while you're taking it apart. So that's why it's important to remember how your flute fit into the case. Then, while still grasping the barrel, you're going to twist off the mouthpiece, set it back in the case, as well as putting your body back into the case as well, while being careful of the whisper key. To maintain your flute, you will need a cleaning cloth and a cleaning rod. The cleaning rod is kind of like a giant needle with an eye point on the top. Your cleaning cloth will be pushed through this, as is to put to the flute. While cleaning and maintaining your flute, make sure to always keep it inside of the case, as so it doesn't get damaged by being on the floor or in your lap. First, you're going to thread the cleaning cloth through the eye hole and pull it through a little bit. Then you're going to fold the cleaning cloth over the cleaning rod so the tip of the cleaning rod is covered as to not scratch the inside of the flute. Then on the flute, you're going to start from the bottom and go up. So you're going to grasp your foot joint and you're going to push cleaning cloth through the bottom of the foot joint up to the top and pull it all the way through. Next, you're going to grasp the body and you're going to push it in from the bottom. Depending on what you have, whether it be a flute flag, clean cloth, rod, or and as such, some might not fit all the way through the body. So you just have to push it in as far as it goes without getting stuck or forcing it. Give it a little twist and pull out while holding on to the barrel. And make sure your cleaning cloth is always over the top of that cleaning rod. Then you're going to turn it around, still grasping the barrel firmly, and push it to the other side. Pull it back out. Then you're going to place it back into your case. Then you're going to grasp the mouthpiece and very gently push the cleaning rod into the mouthpiece, being careful not to move your cork that's inside the top. And you're going to give it a little twist to get some of the moisture out, and then pull it out. This is the way you clean your flute after every single rehearsal. Some other key maintenance things on the flute is the key to maintaining your cork and your crown. On your cleaning rod, there should be on the bottom a little line, and that's where it'd be on this one. What you're going to do with that line is you're going to stick the cleaning rod gently into the mouthpiece backwards until it hits that cork, and then you're going to line it up within the embouchure hole. The line should be down the center of the embouchure hole. If it's too far in, it means your cork needs to go out. Which means if the line's too far this way, your cork needs to go inward. Now if the line's too far this way, your cork needs to go outward. This should be generally done by a music teacher or a student if they're advanced enough and careful with it, but generally done by the music teacher himself. Over time, the cork should stay in place as long as the student maintains the instrument regularly and keeps the crown on the instrument. Overall, you should never ever polish this with silver polish or any other of those cleaning products. Rather, washing it with a dry cloth and rubbing all the grime off of it. You're going to be careful of your pads on the instrument itself, as so that you don't damage those, because those will have to be sent into a repairman to get fixed, unless the teacher knows how to fix them himself. And it is extremely important to clean the instrument regularly so that it does not corrode from the acid in your fingers, which can really start to corrode away the silver plating in the instrument or the nickel plating, depending on what kind of instrument you have. One other thing you can do within the pads themselves to clean them is with a light cleaning paper or a cigarette paper that's really thin without any of the gummy stuff on there or any powders or any such like that, just to get all the moisture out of it as gently as possible. So that's video 1 over the assembly, disassembly, and maintenance of the flute. Thank you.